John, I'm always interested in the public reactions people have to actors. Now, my nieces just loved Harry and the Hendersons. Now, how do children react to you when they see you on the street?
Oh, as the dad in Harry and the Hendersons, I'm not anybody else as far as they're concerned.
Now, every actor has a sense of stage fright in certain performances. Now, when you sat down to do your music video of children's songs, now how did that rate and how did you feel?
Oh boy. Well, actually, children as an audience are, they put you so much on your toes because you can't mess around with them at all. If you lose them for 2 seconds, you've lost them for a half an hour. So they don't even give you a chance to be nervous. You just get out there and start entertaining, you know, to beat the band. It's kind of interesting because when I was doing the kids' video all day, I was rushing off to do performances of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf in the evening with Glenda Jackson on stage. And boy, talk about split personality.
I was walking around the station and telling people I'm going to be interviewing John Lithgow. I said, what do you think of when I say John Lithgow? And they said, Twilight Zone, the movie, the guy on the wing. And so I'm just wondering, when you go flying somewhere and you're walking onto a plane and you sit there, now what kind of reaction do you get from people?
I wish I had a nickel for every bad joke that a flight attendant has made about me flying on an airplane. It's, I guess that is their, if you work in the airline industry, that's your favorite Lithgow performance.
So what kind of things do they say to you?
They always assume I'm afraid of flying. And I say, no, not since making the movie.
Now, with Raising Cain, you're reunited with Brian DePalma. Now, it's been a few years since the other films. I'm just wondering, what were your first impressions of Brian DePalma when you first met him, and how has he changed in those years?
Well, he's 30 years older, as am I. The first I ever experienced Brian, we were both in our early 20s, and he was in the audience of a play that I was in with a bunch of his Columbia friends. And they had talked, they were all very excited because their friend Brian had come to see the play. And I remember him laughing like a banshee all through this performance of Moliere one acts. Laughing hysterically. I've thought of it often because Brian has such a kind of wild and subversive sense of humor. But that was the first time I ever laid eyes on him, was peeking through the lights into the audience to see who in the world is laughing like that.
You know, I had a question. You're kind of like me. You've lost a little bit of hair, and when that started happening, I don't mean to put you on the spot. No. Was there some pressure that people wanted you to hide it, that they wanted you to wear a hairpiece?
No, I remember sort of feeling a sense of panic when I first realized in about 1970. My God, my hair is thinning, just like my dad's. But I got over that soon and decided to bald with dignity. And ever since then, I mean, the fact is, I wear lots of different hair, lots of fake hair. In a way, it comes in very handy to have a very persuasive bald pate when I need one.
So do people react to you differently when you have the hairpiece on? Because I know you wore one in Ricochet also.
React to me differently?
Or do you feel different when you have it on?
I feel artificial. I feel when I have fake hair on, something is wrong because my face is old and my hair is young. I feel a little, but then I'm used to that, being an actor.
I'm doing a feature on the Academy Awards and all the hoopla around it when people arrive at the awards. Now, you've been through that a couple of times. Now, as a nominee, how do you actually physically get from home to the awards, and what is that drive like?
It's all very nice. It's usually in a limousine laid on by the studio of whatever film you've done. And there's champagne and you're all keyed up, and my wife and I have dressed to the nines. You feel like you've been invited to the party. It's just a general feeling of all's right with the world, I guess. And if you're nominated, you're sort of keyed up because you think, however remote, you just might beat Jack Nicholson for an Oscar. It's quite an evening for self-delusion.